The yogis left us with vast techniques in pranayama. Pranayama is essentially the breathing techniques available in yoga. While pranayama itself is a vast topic, we can start by practicing some of these breathing techniques. Now, if you've never done pranayama before, I'm going to walk you through some of the most basic breath awareness techniques in this video. Hi everyone, Arundhati here, and this is Munch, and we're back with a pranayama video this week. Now, pranayama is yoga's breathing techniques, and there are so many of them, and I can get really nerdy about pranayama with you, but I want to start you off on the breath awareness techniques. Okay, essentially there are four main groups of pranayama practices. Okay, and these videos, especially the ones I do in pranayama, they will be educational, contextual, and there will be practice, because the more context you have, the more effective this practice can be, and it's something that is so rich and helps us physically, psychologically, it helps us physiologically, and even spiritually. This practice has tremendous potential. Okay, so the four groups of pranayama are breath awareness techniques. Okay, so before you actually start pranayama, you need to first be more aware of your breath and you condition your breath. So that's the first group. The second group is called balancing pranayamas. Okay, the third group is heating pranayamas, and the fourth group is cooling pranayamas. Okay, so breath awareness, balancing, heating, and cooling. And in the months and years and videos ahead, I'll walk you through some of these practices. But today, okay, we're starting with breath awareness techniques. There are four parts of respiration: Puraka, inhalation; Antara Kumbhaka, which is internal retention; then there is exhalation or Richaka; and lastly Bahir Kumbhaka or Bahya Kumbhaka. Both essentially mean external retention. So our breath awareness will take us through all of these four components today. Okay, so to begin, sit comfortably. Sit on a little bit of height. What you don't see here is I'm actually sitting on a yoga block. Essentially, you want your knees to be in line with your hip crease or below. What you don't want is to be up here, because that's going to drop your chest and your spine. So you want this long spinal lift, and you want your chest to be open. You can absolutely do pranayama sitting on a chair, essentially as long as you're sitting upright and you're creating a sense of space in your chest. I'll also do some videos on how to prepare for pranayama in future, but let's get to it. Okay, now as you sit up here, have your hands resting on your legs, somewhere a little away from your body. You don't want to be close to your body. Okay, now start to soften your face, relax, and notice how I'm looking away from the camera. You drop your gaze towards your mat, and if you're comfortable, let your eyes fall closed. The reason we close our eyes is so we can remove some visual distractions. And if you're in a spot where you can't close your eyes, keep your eyes open, but focus it down on the floor or on the mat. And essentially where the eyes go, the mind goes. So try not to keep looking around. And then just start by noticing how you are breathing in this moment. Breathing in and out through the nose, keeping the mouth closed. And place one hand on your belly. Now as you inhale, notice how the belly moves away from the spine. And then as you exhale, notice how the belly draws back towards the spine. And stick with that for the next few rounds. Inhaling, inflate your belly. Exhaling, just reverse that. 3 more of those. Steady Puraka or inhalation. Equally steady Richaka, exhalation. Bring your mind into the practice completely. Inhale. Exhale. Do one more like that. Inhale. And exhale. And then as you release your hand back, let your breath go to its habitual pattern. If your eyes are closed, softly bow your head down, blink your eyes open, and raise your head up. Okay? Now, so that's belly breath. And belly breath is really important for many reasons. I'm not going to go into all of it right now because this video will end up being really long. We'll talk about it in another one. Now take both hands and you want to take the thumb and index, right? You want to place that at your lowest ribs or the lower part of your lungs. Now visually we all have different lengths of spine. So it depends on how tall you are or how long your spine is. You want it at your lower lungs, right? Shoulders rolled back. Now as you inhale, you will notice that your fingertips pull away from each other. And then as you exhale, the opposite will happen. Okay, so try that. Have your hands ready. Make sure you're not squeezing. You're not on the fleshy part of your waist. You're on your lower lungs. Let your eyes close. Ready? Now steady inhalation. Equally steady exhalation. Now inhale, expand sidewards. Really letting the hands pull away, getting the breath to touch the sides of your lungs, and then exhale the same way. Do that 2 more times. Steady, steady inhalation, steady exhalation. 1 more like that, breathing in and breathing out. And then as you release your hands, let your breath go to its habitual pattern. And bowing your head down. Again, if your eyes are closed, blink your eyes open and raise your head up. Okay? Now, so that we've done 2 things already. We've done belly breath. We'll call this diaphragmatic breathing, okay? Diaphragmatic breathing, where you are expanding your breath sideways, okay? And then a third part to this, where you take that hand and now you place it on the top of your chest, okay? Make sure you're not pressing down, you're just gently putting the hand there, and now you inhale. And you try to isolate the breath in your top chest, essentially. And then you exhale. Do that 2 more times. Inhale. You can let your eyes close and exhale and keep going. I'm going to keep speaking in the background here as you do this. It's easier to feel the breath in our belly instead of our top chest. So you'll notice that you'll have a slightly more challenging time to experience the breath in your chest, but keep going. Really try to fill the middle and top chest up with your breath. Let's do 1 more like that. And then release your hand. Let your breath go back to its habitual pattern. And bowing your head down. Blink your eyes open and raise your head up. Alright, so now we've done 3 things. We've done belly breath, we've done diaphragmatic breath, and we've done top chest breathing. Now when you put all these 3 together, it's called a full yogic breath, okay? A full yogic breath. So essentially a full yogic breath is the foundation for all pranayamas, or actually, let me take that back, for many pranayamas, okay? Many other techniques that will follow in the videos ahead. So you want to really get skillful at being able to breathe like this when you're doing pranayama, okay? A lot of times people think you have to breathe like this in life out of pranayama practice. You don't. Just when you need to be in your pranayama practice, this full yogic breath is something you want to practice more of, okay? Now, we'll do this another 3 times, okay? But we're going to now breathe from our belly, like think of the lowest part of your belly, and you breathe up all the way to your top chest, your clavicle, that's your bones up here, your collarbones as they're sometimes referred to. And then when you empty your breath out, you go all the way back and down, okay? So you inhale and you fill up, fill up, fill up, fill up, and then you exhale and then you empty the breath out. And when you do that, you're plugging in your full yogic breath. It takes a little getting used to, but let's practice a few of these. When you're ready, sit up again. Roll your shoulders back and down. Soften your eyes, soften your jaws, and let your eyes fall closed. When you're ready, inhale using your belly and all parts of your chest. Exhale from top chest all the way down to your belly. Try that again, just do your best. Steady exhalation. One more time. And then slowly bowing the head down, blink your eyes open and raise your head up. These videos, they're structured to give you context and they're structured to explain the technique to you, hoping that you will be able to do these practices on your own. You can always revisit some of these explanations and you can pause and do more repetitions. I'm just not doing a lot of repetitions in these videos because they become really long, okay? So now, taking full yogic breath and moving to the next breath awareness practice. This next one is called Samavriti Pranayama. In English, sometimes referred to as box breath or square breath, but I honestly prefer calling it Samavriti Pranayama. Okay? Essentially, you are balancing all four parts of your respiration out. So, I will count for 4. Okay? I will count 4 for inhale, 4 for retention, 4 for exhalation, and 4 for retention before you inhale. So, you're trying to create this even square breath. Okay? Now, if 4 feels like the number is too high, you can do 3, you can do 2, and even if the retentions feel like they're a lot, just reduce the number. Okay? 4 is not a magical number, it's just a suggestion from my end, and you can totally reduce this number as needed. We'll be doing 5 rounds, but if my 5 rounds feel like a lot, take breaks. You know this, you can always pause it and you can restart. Okay? That'll be our final practice here. Sit up nice and tall. When you're ready, settle back in. Exhale completely. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 4, 3, 2, 1. Steady inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Retention. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 4, 3, 2, 1. Steady inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Retain. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 4, 3, 2, 1. Puraka. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Retain. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Richaka. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 4, 3, 2, 1. And let your breath go to its habitual pattern. And softly bowing your head down. Let your eyes come open and raise your head up. Okay? So we've done full yogic breath and Samavriti Pranayama in this video. Okay, I highly recommend that you understand these techniques and you practice these as regularly as you can. These two pranayamas can be done at any point in the day. Just make sure you're not doing them right after a heavy meal. And if at any point you feel like you're using your muscles and you're tensing up to lengthen the breath, just remember, pranayama is not about force. Pranayama is more about being one with your breath. And there's so much that I want to tell you, but I'm going to hold back because we'll do these in stages. But just know that tension and tensing the breath and forcing it, sometimes you can muscle through an asana, through a pose, but don't do that with pranayama. Take breaks, stepping back, reflecting is actually a good way to build your pranayama practice. I will see you next week. Manch has decided to do Shavasana off camera, but we'll both be back next week with another practice video. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, if you found a little value in it, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. And if you have pranayama questions, leave them for me in the comments below. I will be there answering any and all of your questions. Until next time, thank you very much. Enjoy your practice. Bye-bye.